Syria is on the brink of disaster. A civil war is brewing, and the world is watching in fear. Over 1,000 people have already lost their lives, and the violence is only getting worse. What's happening? Who's responsible? And most importantly, can Syria be saved before it's too late? Stay with us as we break it all down. For years, Syria has been a battleground of political turmoil, but recent events have escalated tensions to a whole new level. The country's interim leader, Ahmad al-Shara, is desperately calling for unity. He has now formed an independent committee to investigate the mass killings of civilians in areas that were once loyal to former President Bashar al-Assad. Assad, who was ousted last December, still has loyalists, particularly from the Alawite minority, who refuse to accept the new government. And now those divisions have erupted into full-blown violence. The worst violence has taken place in the coastal city of Latakia. It all started when armed Alawite militants, loyal to Assad, ambushed the country's new security forces. The response? Brutal and unforgiving. Government troops retaliated, leading to one of the deadliest clashes Syria has seen in recent history. Entire families have been wiped out, and reports suggest that thousands of Alawites, including women and children, have been killed in the bloodshed. The world is now watching in horror as this conflict threatens to spiral into a full-fledged civil war. The United States and Russia, two nations with a long history of political tension, are now calling for an emergency UN Security Council meeting. Their goal? To discuss the crisis and find a way to prevent Syria from descending into total chaos. But will diplomacy work, or is Syria already too far gone? Meanwhile, in the capital city, Damascus, protests are growing. Footage from the streets shows Syrians chanting, "We stand together, no more violence." But not everyone is calling for peace. Some protesters are demanding revenge. Police have fired warning shots into the air to break up the crowds, but the tension is rising. The fear is real. People are scared, and the country is on edge. Interim President Ahmad al-Shara is under immense pressure. To address the nation's fears, he has vowed to hold those responsible for the massacres accountable. He has announced a full investigation into the killings, justice for civilians who have been targeted, protection for all Syrians, no matter their background. To show his commitment, he has personally reached out to Alawite families who have lost loved ones, offering condolences and promising justice. But will that be enough, or is it already too late? The crisis in Syria is more than just internal conflict. It's a geopolitical powder keg waiting to explode. Let's take a look at the possible outcomes. If violence continues to escalate, Syria could spiral into a long and deadly conflict that devastates the country for years to come. The UN, the US, and other global powers could step in to force a ceasefire, but that could mean foreign military presence in Syria. The best-case scenario, Syria's leadership manages to unite the country and prevent full-scale war. But with so much division, is that even possible? The situation in Syria is reaching a breaking point. If the violence continues, this could turn into one of the deadliest conflicts the region has ever seen. The world is watching. The leaders are speaking. But will anything change? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should international forces step in? Or is this a battle Syria must fight on its own? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into breaking world events. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next update.